everybody, Justin Worden, and you are watching What's New in Electronics. We are here at IPC Apex, Anaheim, California. It's 2024. I'm back with Stephen Eggart from Surf Tech. How you doing, man?
Good, glad to be here.
So, I mean, you and I have done this interview a few times.
Yep.
Are we just making up things to talk about at this point?
There's plenty to talk about.
Of course, of course. I mean, you guys have been in the industry for a long time. You're a staple on Long Island, not in Long Island, for all you non-New Yorkers. Yeah, I mean, you guys are a staple in the industry, right? You're well known. You guys do a lot. You've been in the industry 20 years yourself, yeah. And then your family before that, right?
Yes.
So what I really want to talk about is the investments you're making back into the business.
So yeah, every year for the last several years, we've invested hundreds of thousands back in new equipment, new plants, training, etc.
Yeah, it's one thing that I'm talking about quite a bit. It's like, how are we going to keep up with the advancement of technology using the same equipment that we bought 20 years ago, right? And then the customers just get outdated processes.
It's a continuous challenge, let's put it that way.
It costs a lot of money too.
Yeah. That's the challenging part.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a testament to Surf Tech, right? Because you guys are making that investment back into it. Otherwise, your customers are going to spend time shopping around. They're going to have to find new providers, but they're really just going to pay more money.
Correct. Yeah, and what I'm here looking at here in this show is SPI and AOI with a heavy focus on where the AI is being used and how it's being used.
Yeah, and you have a constant challenge, right? Not only financially, but it's when you're trying to qualify this equipment, you can probably speak to this a little bit. I mean, you have to make sure you're buying equipment that you're not going to have to upgrade next year.
Yes, and equipment that will carry us for many years into the future with whatever kinds of package sizes and parts that these engineers come up with to put onto these circuit boards.
Yeah, so let's take this conversation a little bit of a different direction, right? Your customers are challenging you to upgrade your processes, upgrade your facility with state-of-the-art equipment. But one thing I've been a firm believer over the years is, people like yourself, you have customers, and they're the manufacturers of the equipment. And what are they doing to make sure that they're upgrading their equipment for you?
So there's always software updates that are coming through, and we're always trying to keep a pulse on what's coming down the pike and how we can harness that stuff to improve the process that we're already doing.
Yeah, and then you got the whole data side of it, right? The Industry 4.0. I mean, what are you guys working on that side of things?
Well, it's a lot of data. So, we're corralling through all of the data that's available to figure out what really are our biggest challenges and what we really need to focus on. Because it's a lot of data. So you start where your problems are or where your opportunities are for further improvement.
Well, it's interesting too, because it's great talking with you because you're not only at the top, you look at the P&L, you know the numbers, but you're also out on the floor making sure that you're very hands-on, right?
Yes.
And the point I'm trying to get at is, with data, you collect the data to make sure you're doing the right thing. But you can turn around and look at it from a different perspective where how can you maximize the profits, right? So if you're improving your process, you're speeding up your process, that's great, control. But how has all that data helped you really make sure that you're keeping the price down so your customers are paying less money?
Well, the costs of everything goes up year after year. So with the improvements in the software and the technology that have come out, it allows us to do things a little bit more effectively and a little bit more efficiently. So we're hoping we try to roll back the increased costs year over year.
Yeah, and then ultimately at that's what is allowing you to make these investments into the new product, right? Because if you're not state-of-the-art, then you're just going to have the same customers. They're going to be turning over, and now you're spending your time and your resources trying to find new customers as opposed to improving your process.
And once you fall behind in that, it's very hard to catch up.
Especially out there on Long Island.
That's for sure.
Awesome, Stephen. Well, hey, man, I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to probably sell you equipment, but for those that want to reach out and see how they can improve their process by working with you, how can they get a hold of you?
You can email at our email address, sales@surftechmfg.com, or look us up online, give us a call.
Awesome, man. Hey, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks a lot, Justin.